Hi children, we have already discussed about different types of indefinite integral and methods of integration also. Now we will study about definite integral. What is definite integral? If an integral has upper and lower limit, it is called a definite integral. That is a simple definition. Definite integral is the difference between the values of the integral at the specified upper and lower limit of the independent variable. This is called upper limit and this is called a lower limit. A is called a lower limit, B is called a upper limit. Definite integral has the limit of a sum. Definition. Let f be a continuous function defined on closed interval ab. So you take a is equal to what, x naught, and b is equal to xn, and x1, x2, etc. xn minus xn minus 1 are the values in between a and b. Divide closed interval ab into n parts with h is equal to b minus n. So as n tends to infinity, limit a to b f of x dx is equal to limit n tends to infinity, sigma r is equal to 1 f of x r h. This is the definite integral formula. So we will see how it will come. Definite integral a to b f of x dx is the area bounded by the curve y is equal to f of x, the ordinates x is equal to a and x is equal to b and the x-axis. To evaluate this area, consider region PRSQP and ordinate at x is equal to a and x is equal to b. X is equal to a and x is equal to b. Now, what you have to do? You split this area into small rectangles like this. Divide the interval close to AB into n sub-interval denoted by like this. So what is the area of this portion? Area of this portion is that area sum of this area plus this plus this plus this. So this is the area A1 and this is the area A2. This is the area A3. This is the area A4. And what is this? Actually, this distance is h, equal interval. H is equal to b minus a by n. And as number of rectangles are increasing, then h becomes very normal. H is approaching to 0. If h is approaching to 0, this curve will be what? It will be like a rectangle. It will be straight line. So it is a rectangle. So rectangle, what is that is this side h. What is this side? If it is a, this is f of a. So h into f of a. What if this is also h? F into here it is what? A plus h. So this is f of a plus h. So a1 is h into f of a. A2 is what? H into f of a plus h. A3 is similarly h into f of a plus 2h. Like that, here it is what h. Here suppose n minus 1 is there. F of a plus n minus 1 into h. Therefore, the total area is integral a to b f of x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0, h into f of a plus h into f of a plus h. That h you are taking outside. H into f of a plus 2h plus etc. h into f of a plus n minus 1 into h. So, integral a to b f of x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0, h into f of a plus h plus f of a plus 2h plus etc. f of a plus nh. This is the useful formula we are applying. Here one condition is there, h is equal to what? B minus a by n. H is equal to b minus a by n. These are the formulas we can use for the evaluation of definite integral. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus etc. n. Sum of the first n natural number. N into n plus 1 by 2. Sum of the square of the first n natural number. 1 squared plus 2 squared plus etc. n squared. N into n plus 1 into 2n plus 1 by 6. Sum of the cube of the first n natural number. N squared into n plus 1 whole squared by 4. sum to n times of the GP. A plus AR squared plus etc. AR raised to n. What is it? A into 1 minus R raised to n by 1 minus R if the value of R is less than 1, or A into R raised to n minus 1 by R minus 1 if value of R is greater than 1. Evaluate integral 0 to 2x plus 3 dx as a limit of a sum. Here what is say? A is 0. A is equal to 0. B is 2. What is our f of x? X plus 3. What is h? B minus a by n. That is 2 by n. H is equal to 2 by n. So formula is what? A to b f of x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0, h into f of a plus h plus etc. a plus n minus 1 into h. 0 to 2x plus 3 dx limit h tends to 0, f of 0 plus f of 0 plus h plus f of 0 plus 2h plus etc. f of 0 plus n minus 1 into h. F of 0, f of h is f of h, f of 2h is f of 2h, f of n minus 1h is equal to f of 0 is 0 plus 3, f of h is h plus 3, f of 2h is 2h plus 3, f of n minus 1 is n minus 1 into h plus 3. So 3, how many times 3s are there? Here 1 3, here 1 3, here 1 3. How many 3s are there? N times. So it is 3n plus h into 1 plus 2 plus etc. n minus 1. So limit h tends to 0, h into 3n plus this is sum of the square of first n minus 1 natural number. You know sum of the square of sum of the first n natural number is what? N into n plus 1 by 2. So sum of the first n minus 1 natural number is n minus 1 into n minus 1 plus 1 by 2. So what is it? N into n minus 1 by 2. So 3n plus h into n minus 1 by 2. Now h is what? 2 by n. 2 by n into 3n plus 2 by n into n minus 1 by 2. If you multiply n outside, what will happen? And this n out of n minus 1, you take 1 n outside. So if you are taking n outside, this 1 minus 1 by n. So limit n tends to infinity means if n tends to infinity, then 1 by n tends to 0. So this becomes 0. So 6 plus 2 into 1 minus 0. What is 6 plus 2 into 1 minus 0? 8. Evaluate minus 1 to plus 1 e raised to 2x dx. Integral minus 1 to plus 1 e raised to 2x dx. So a to b f of x dx is equal to limit h tends to 0, h into f of a plus, this is the formula, f of a plus h plus etc. f of a plus n minus 1 into h. Here a is equal to minus 1, b is equal to plus 1, f of x is equal to e raised to 2x, h is equal to 1 minus 1 by n, that is 2 by n. So limit h tends to 0, f of minus 1, f of minus 1 plus h, f of minus 1 plus 2h, f of minus 1 plus n minus 1 into h is equal to limit h tends to 0, f of x is e raised to 2x, f of x is equal to e raised to minus 2, e raised to minus 2 plus 2h, e raised to minus 2 plus 4h, e raised to minus 2 plus 2 into n minus 1 into h. So this is e raised to minus 2 into e raised to, if you take e raised to minus 2 outside, what you are getting? 1 plus e raised to 2h plus e raised to 4h plus etc. e raised to 2 into n minus 1 into h. So this is sort of form sum to m times of a GP. So here e, what is the value? E raised to h. E is always greater than 1. So you can apply the formula e raised to 2h the whole raised to n minus 1 by e raised to 2h minus 1. So e raised to minus 2 into limit h tends to 0, h by 2h. You arrange h by 2h. Then e raised to 2nh minus 1 by e raised to 2h minus 1 by 2h. This value becomes 1 if h tends to 0. So e raised to nh is 2, e raised to 4 minus 1 by 1. So e raised to minus 2 by 2 into e raised to 4 minus 1 by 1. So what is answer? E squared minus e raised to minus 2 by 2. This is answer. Fundamental theorem of integral calculus. Let f of x be a continuous function defined on closed interval a b and capital F of x be antiderivative. Antiderivative means integral. So integral a to b f of x dx is equal to capital F of x upper limit and lower limit is equal to f of b minus f of a. This is very important. Integral a to b f of x dx is equal to what? F of b minus f of a. Now, evaluation of definite integral by substitution. When a variable in a definite integral is changed, the substitution in terms of new variable should be affected at three places. Integrand should change, differential dx should change, and limit should change. Integrand means inside that, suppose if you are substituting x is equal to something u or a, then the variable should be in u, limit should be in terms of u, and dx should be in terms of du. Evaluate integral 0 to 1 sine inverse 2x by 1 plus x squared. So here you substitute, put x is equal to tan theta, dx is equal to sec squared theta. When x is equal to 0, theta is equal to 0. When x is equal to 1, theta is equal to what? Tan tan theta is equal to 1 means theta is equal to pi by 4. So 0 to pi by 4 sine inverse 2 tan theta by 1 plus tan squared theta d theta. What is d theta? D theta is sec squared theta. Sec squared theta d theta. So it is 0 to pi by 4 2 theta sec squared theta. So 2 into theta tan theta. First function theta, second function sec squared. Theta is algebraic, sec squared theta is trigonometric. Theta into tan theta, upper limit and lower limit, minus 0 to pi by 4 tan theta. So upper limit pi by 4 into tan pi by 4 into 2. 2 means pi by 2 you are getting. Minus 2 into log sec pi by 4 minus log sec 0. What is sec pi by 4? Sec pi by 4 is root 2. 2 log root 2 means, what is 2 log root 2? 2 log root 2 is 2 raised to 1 by 2. So 2 into 1 by 2 into log 2. So what is answer? Answer is log 2. So answer is pi by 2 minus log 2.